Hello all you lovely YouTubers and welcome back. I am Jess and this is Just Passion Art. I just want to go ahead and let you guys know the reason why I haven't been on the last 2 weeks was that when I came back from DC and that weekend that we were gone, I actually had a video pre-uploaded for you guys to watch. And then when we came back from during that week, we had a really bad storm here where I lived and my motherboard got fried. Thankfully only where the internet goes through. I always unplug everything off my desktop. Like I unplug it, everything away. And we were last minute trying to get out of the house and I completely forgot to unplug my computer. And of course the one time I forget is the one time something happens. It's like, ah. So I was really frustrated. So I could not get on the internet other than my phone. And I don't, even though I record on my phone, I upload it, and because I'm an art student, I get Adobe Premiere Pro for free, and that's where I edit it, my videos. So I was unable to, after editing it, I don't really put it back on my phone because my phone doesn't have that much room. So I couldn't upload it to YouTube. So unfortunately, I was totally out of luck. But with that said, I figured, well, if I have all this extra time until I get a new card for my computer to be able to upload videos, let me go ahead and do more actual paintings. And I did get a brand new sketchbook in too, which helped because I want to work more on gouache and more on watercolor that I've been meaning to do. And so I'm taking a break of gesture drawings until I get back into school, which I think it's like in a week and some change. And then I have two portfolio illustration class, which one has to do with anatomy perspective. So it might be somewhere per, I'm not sure how that translates to actual illustrations instead of like animation, gestures and stuff. So I'm actually really curious there. But I do plan on be doing a lot more art going on here forward. With that said, I will go ahead and let you guys know about this new sketchbook. I do normally use Strathmore watercolor paper, and that's cold press. It's usually my norm. I rarely use hot press. And here I'm using my plethora of watercolors that I've told you about. That is usually Gombar, the Sakura, a total mix. I use a little bit of everything. I'm having fun. I just recently bought 2 different palettes from Jane Davenport. You can find them at Michael's. And I'm just playing around with the concentration of them and using them right out of the pan or having them watered down that you see on the water palette. Now back to the sketchbook itself. It's 8 inches by 8.5 inches. It's 140 pound watercolor paper. That's 300 GM. What else is there? Yeah, so that, and there's 48 pages in the sketchbook. And again, it's Strathmore. So I normally go with Strathmore. So I know the paper a lot more, especially their 400 series, and that's what this is. So I'm having fun with this, and the image I got from a reference pretty much straight out of Pinterest, and it was just for me to get back into drawing and actually back into painting because I've been doing so many just full body poses that I haven't done a portrait in a while. So I just wanted to just use a reference, not think too much, and then use the shading in it and go ahead and have fun with coloring it. And again, I use a plethora of different kinds of brands of watercolor, and as well on the background you'll see me using gouache to help pop the painting. And then I used the Finetect gold color. I believe it was gold. It's one of the gold from the gold palettes on the fox eye. And then I used washi tape to enhance the girl's clothes. So this is going to be more so very much a mixed medium sketchbook. This is kind of what I wanted to do with the 2D animation sketchbook that she said, oh, we're going to do mixed medium. I was like really excited, but then when she was like told us this is the kind of sketchbook that they use and the paper was so thin I couldn't even use watercolor or gouache on it. I was like seriously disappointed. So then I was like, okay, I want a sketchbook that I can just experiment with anything and everything and not have to worry about. And so that's why I got this guy. I knew Strathmore watercolor paper, the thick heavy paper would let me just water down the paper like crazy and I have fun. You might see my little pins that I got. If you're wondering about those, I got those off of AliExpress, and I don't believe the seller that I got it from sells them anymore, so sorry about that. The Gimli pins. They're just like little clips So once I saw them, I bought them right away, and then they were sold out. So if I do find them, I'll try to put it in the link down below for you guys. I'm having a feeling I might be asked a lot about that. You haven't done like heavy watercolor papers, so you haven't seen them yet. Other than that, I think that's it. That's pretty much the whole shebang that's going on here. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below. If you want me to talk about anything in particular, go ahead and leave them down below, and I would love to go ahead and talk to you guys about, you know, any kind of subjects. If you're looking for certain kind of videos that you would like me to explain or elaborate or even work on too, then go ahead and tell me all about it. Alright guys, well with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and let you watch the rest of the videos. Appreciate you guys being patient with me also very, very much. Sorry about the delay. Believe me, I've been wanting to pump out videos for you guys like crazy. But you know, stuff happens in real life and you just gotta be patient for it, and it wasn't something I was expecting. So yeah, just happy to be back now. Alright, smooches, bye! I will go ahead and say that one thing I do regret about this, and these are really sketches. They're meant to be done in one day, so I'm not spending hours on end on them. But one thing I do regret, and I think what helped balance here that I end up doing, is putting the green on the bottom right hand corner, and I think that would have been better with the negative space and just left as is and left unfinished. Later on you see that I do put green down there underneath her hand and the fox, and I feel like it becomes really unbalanced after that, where the green and the red where it is with the background, I think that balance was proportionately correct. So when I put that bottom on the corner, I'm like, ah! I might go later on and add more leaves and something, like if a shrubbery was coming up and covering it, because it kind of looks that way, because I realized after I did the green there too that her wrists look way too small and thin for her hand. So then again I try to add the skin tone to fix that, and I realized it just looked all screwed up by then. I was just like, hey, just leave it alone, don't bother with it, it's done, it's over, it's a quick study, it's nothing to, I'm not trying to make it a masterpiece or perfect, and you gotta let it go, and sometimes you just end up doing too much. So that's one thing I wish I just would have stopped and not add the green background to the back of that bottom right hand corner. So yeah, maybe later on I'll just have like little leaves coming out, you know, covering her wrist, so it makes more sense. But right now it looks like a hot mess down there. But other than that, I think the piece came out pretty decent, since I haven't watercolored or do gouache in a long time, let alone do a portrait. So I had fun with it, and I think that's the most important part of all. And I enjoyed doing it, and I'll definitely be doing a lot more portraits coming up. So I hope you guys enjoyed as well. Thanks again for staying to the end.